Hello everyone, my name is Sanmartinez and welcome to part 3 in my E3 specials of the vlogs. This one is about EA and their games, and let's get the show on the road. EA started off with Mass Effect. They shown a new trailer, and other than that they shown nothing. Basically just a new trailer, and the name of the new Mass Effect is called Mass Effect Andromeda. They continued on with Need for Speed, and I wrote here police yet again. I'm getting tired of the police, man. Hot Pursuit, we know it. We've been there. We've seen it. We played it. Stop with it. Anyway, continue on. Need for Speed, it's basically just called Need for Speed. It has 5 custom campaigns. You choose one, master it, choose the next, or just go along with each one as you encounter them. It features the 5 campaigns, obviously. It's a lot like Need for Speed Underground, they said. Basically with the customization options you have on your car. You can change anything, headlights, the full body of the car, the interior of the car you can change. They shown a nice gameplay trailer which shown off at least 3 of the parts of the game, showing off the skills, drifting basically, and other than that they showed the outlaws part, which was the police pursuits. Basically you get in a race. The first one they showed was a drifting race. Almost at the end of the race you encounter police, complete the race, complete the chase by the police, and then you're done. Uh, that was it. Star Wars Old Republic, can't tell you much about it as I haven't played it. I do own it, but I haven't played it. They said they will have a new expansion in October, and it's called Knights of the Fallen Empire. Basically the same BioWare storytelling style as before, and it's gonna be free, a free expansion. And obviously you're gonna have those BioWare style choices in the game again. So I imagine it being you can join either the Sith or the Jedi. Some awesome cinematics they had, a cinematic trailer I must say, and not much is known about it other than that. They had a new IP, basically some guys from Sweden, if I recall correctly, made a lovely game. At first I didn't think much of it, but after I saw the gameplay and the presentation from the producer, they changed my mind. It's called Unravel, and basically you're a little yarn figure, which is called Yarny, I think, if I recall correctly. The presenter was really enthusiastic, maybe a bit nervous about this project, but I can understand if you're a small studio and working with 4 guys, 5 guys, and you're at A3, the main stage. It's really something. Onto the game itself, as I said, Yarny, a little yarn figure. Basically, it's a puzzle platformer. You start from one point and have to get to the end using your yarn. You can swing across gaps, things like that, tie yourself up, lower yourself down with the yarn. It looks amazing, really colorful, maybe a bit like Yoshi's Woolly World, the S setup, or Kirby's Epic Yarn. Gameplay wise, it looked a lot of fun. Basically you use your yarn to solve the puzzles and get from one area to the next. Plants vs. Zombies. I talked about it a little bit at the Microsoft presentation, but as it's an EA game and DICE, they went all out on the E3 stage. Basically, it's called Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, as a direct sequel on Garden Warfare. the zombies have overrun Suburbia. They've taken it over. So that means the plants are on the attacking side this time. Sorry, need a little drink. That gives us a new game mode. As you had garden ops in Plants vs Zombies 1, you have graveyard ops in this one. Basically the same setup. Your wave mode, defend your graveyard, and when you're done after wave 10, I think, escape the area. They shown a live gameplay demo. They said they had 6 new classes, of which we have seen 3. We have seen 3 new zombie classes, and I imagine there being 3 new plant classes. Let's get on with it. The map they showed was Z-Tech Industries, basically a factory making giant zombie robots. The first character they shown was the Imp. You might remember the Imp from one of the previous characters, I can't recall his name, as one of his attack, but he's an entirely different class this time. It's a crazy gunman, basically shooting all over the place, and he can summon a massive robot when it's needed. And the second class was Super Brains, a melee class. Basically use your awesome superpowers to beat up those plants. And the third class was Captain Deadbeard, which is the zombies' first sniping class. It looked amazing. Pirate. They shown some new bosses. They added a feature which was heavily requested, which is solo play. You can play the game on your own with bots if you want to, or you can do some local co-op, split screen. Yes, that's right. They announced character transfer from Garden Warfare 1 to Garden Warfare 2, so you can play the game with the characters you have unlocked on Garden Warfare 2. And of course, as with the older game, free content upgrades over the course of the game, which is nice. Well, then we get to the section where I have absolutely personally no interest and no knowledge about. It's the sports games and the mobile games. Sports games, well, yeah, you can imagine it being so new: NHL, NFL, NBA, FIFA, a new golf game, I'm not even sure what it's called. All with Ultimate Team options, and that was about it. There was one thing though. During the FIFA presentation, they invited Pelé on stage, and he was talking about FIFA and football itself, and he called it soccer. I know soccer is something American, but everybody else uses football, come on. Sorry. Mirror's Edge, that was where it was at. They shown a new section, gameplay, and they showed the name of the game. It's called Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and it acts as an origin story to the story of Fate, the protagonist of Mirror's Edge 1. Basically, more martial arts, more free running, no levels, no loading screens, just going, fighting, free running, do it. Not my game. If you want it, get it. And then we have Star Wars Battlefront, which we all were waiting for. Star Wars Battlefront. They shown a new gameplay, but I'll get to that later. They first started talking about the locations of the game. The game's locations are heavily relying on the original trilogy of the Star Wars, so episode 4 until 6. And large-scale battles is where it's at, as shown in the gameplay trailer. Authentic X-Wing fighting, flight, and of course TIE fighters and things like that. You got the hero fights like Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader, and you got Boba Fett. I think there's something of kill streaks or something like that, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, the gameplay they shown was on Hoth, which was the massive ice world with the AT&T walkers. It was captured on the PS4, which was amazing, and it showed an amazing amount of detail. It's almost like fan service. It features the original score and original sound effects. You can chain those AT walkers on the legs, basically like they did on the movie, make them fall over, blow them up with your RPGs, things like that, and it looks awesome. They also announced being able to play it split screen co-op and 1 versus 1 on the co-op on split screen. So you have your own team with bots and your enemy team with bots and fight it out. Would be awesome if you want to go to do that and do then Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader. That was the end of EA. I really hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed presenting this to you. Leave me a like if you did. A comment is always appreciated. Also, if you don't agree with me or have anything to add or say, please leave me a comment. Check out the rest of my channel, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video.